We got about 6 minutes to bout time. 6 minutes to bout time when Denver goes up against California to figure out how good is weed. Answer, yes. Anyway, if you'd like some food, there is the Philly cheesesteak place. I just had a chopped number 4. It's solid. Also, we have California Roller Derbies selling merch out there. If you like that bear on their jersey, grab yourself some. Concussion is selling Salem Slam, IV, and previous iterations merch if you would like that. Also, it's about 5 minutes to go now, so get yourself the potty break that you need. You sit down, maybe even get some food or drink. It's about 12:30, which means beer that they're proud of and beer that they're not proud of is for sale over there. So remember, you can't get day drunk unless you start early. OLCC, please don't listen to this.
Before we get started, we want to thank our officials and our volunteers. We can't do Derby without all of them. On the track for this next game, we've got skating officials Snow, Adam Splitter, Bacon the Question, Outrage Jess, Fours Musher, Extra Crispy, Sushi, and Kira Duncan. For our non-skating officials, Crying Wolf, Phoenix, Doof Warrior, Asylum, Babe, Fruit Bat, Devil May Care, I Took a Mint, and Rita Slayworth.
And skating for Denver Ground Control, we have number 01, the Big Sexy. Number 03, Dizzy Izzy. Number 04, Stan Decide. Number 110, Mr. T. Est Ost Roan. Number 20, Thrasher. Number 36, Lenzo. Baby Stelly's number 4, Sweet Feet's number 42, Wyatt is 47, Antagony is 523, Cotton is number 77, 81 is Reaper, 9904 is Bones, and 999 is Slim Skady. Your coaches are Soko and Venus.
And skating for the California Rangers, number 10, Rolomite, number 12, Becker, 124 CBD Hits, 17 is Austin, 213 Lowrider, 229 Rowdy Rodbuster, 247 Hollywood Chuck, number 3 is Boo, 300 McFalcon, 3158 Beastang, 33 is Raphael, number 4 is Gravy, 515 Just Mike, 55 is Creepy Taco, number 69, Dr. B, 78 is T-Dog, and 93 is Waterboy.
Nice. We're starting game number 304 of Salem Slam Quattro. Deep into the Saturday games. Got yourself a Murda bout. Murda stands for, I don't know. But this is game 9 technically. So we're going to be double digits here in a bit. And if you're on YouTube watching this, it smells exactly like a roller derby tournament in here. Plus a little bit of beef and cheese. If you guys are ready, we're going to get started in 90 seconds.
Denver's super excited. I don't know if you heard them, but they're already on the line even.
They like to make some noise. It carries harder in that high altitude, thin air. Your announcers for this bout, I am Leroy Furwood.
And I'm Tiny Tank.
And we'll try to get you to the end of this without saying anything that makes you send a strongly worded email. If you do need to send an email, please send it to idon'tcare@murda.com. All right, our referees are out there. Our officials are officialing. We got the best hat in officiating as the clock person. We're ready. We should get two good hats. We got a good hat out there. Rita Slayworth is wearing the good hat back here. I don't want to pick a best between them.
I'm going to try to see all the action, but I'm not the tallest person in the room.
That's true. Coming out for GM number 1, we got Rolomite for the Rangers and Mr. Testosterone for Denver's Ground Control.
It looks like they're already fighting for position. Time to play some sports ball.
Wait, there's balls? Rangers doing an all across the line defense to start, trying to hold back Mr. Testosterone. Neither jammer has made it through. Mr. Testosterone finds the inside line.
And Rolomite out right behind, turn 3.
We're jamming and jamming, seeing if a point can be made. Mr. T calls it after getting 2. 3 even. There's a thumb out there.
A 3-0 first jam.
Coming out for jam number 2, it's number 999, Slim Skady, and Dr. B. Dr. B is a wizard of a jammer. Somehow is able to talk to the pack, let it split on its own, and find their way through. He's a pack whisperer.
All right, looks like huge
Hello.
hit to the end.
That was something skate.
Even I got tricked on that inside line. I thought the twin had it. Dr. B is out for lead.
Dr. B makes it through. Slim Skady finds out that there's no padding flat on your back. Dr. B coming through. Does not make it past Dizzy Izzy, but calls it after picking up Trace Puntos.
Not exactly sure why the call off. I think that Skady was still.
Slim Skady getting an unfortunate last of the jam penalty. So it's going to be CBD hits with a $sign. That $sign is because gas is so expensive in California. That's also their Venmo. Try it out. CBD hits starts as a power jam, makes it to the second layer of defense with some help from their pivot. Defense is getting offensive, trying to help with Big Sexy.
Oh, nice hop over the defender for lead. Great offense.
And that is an interesting amount of height off of skates. That was a very high jump. CBD hits showing his jackrabbit genetics.
And hit to the out by Big Sexy, but Big Sexy gets hit out as well.
CBD hits picking up a Quattro more puntos.
Slim looking for the pass. And Thrasher is now your jammer for Denver.
Star Thought is complete. Thrasher has the equipment and forces a call off.
Looks like 2 points, Rangers.
6 total for that, so they're up. We got a lead change. So we're at 9-3 now for the Rangers. We got Rolomite and Bones. Roll them, Bones, 9904. Jam number 4 coming up. Thank you. All right.
Great offense on that outside line for Rolomite for lead.
Bones trying that as well, but not finding the same opening. Bones gets called with a penalty as Rolomite comes through on the inside, relatively unscathed.
Completely untouched, and he has a power jam now.
It's much easier being jammer when no one makes contact with you.
There's
Great defense, great offensive defense by the Rangers. 77 Cotton, unsuccessful on the cartwheel. Attempt was made though. Coming out for jam number 5. Looks like it's going to be Rolomite one more time. Rolomite running it back on wheels.
And that is a fast pack.
A little love. Rolomite makes their way through on the inside. Taking advantage of momentum on that fast pack.
Stelly
Here
pulling a
comes
little bit
Bones. Bones trying to make it through the outside. Does weather the contact. That Denver defense did a good job of making it back and preventing that initial release. We got Sweet Feet and Dr. B out there. Two varying styles, but both very effective. The defense is Olsen, Izzy, and whoever's looking directly at me, and I can't see the number.
All right,
Denver
like
doing the cross.
Decide who is gonna take what? Oh, both Walls doing an effective job keeping those jammers back.
So far, California's been using that all across the line start defense. Not necessarily a V, just 4 people across the line. It seems to be working a little bit as long as they can maintain it like they did this jam. Bring out the blue bin. Both these places believe in recycling, and they are putting out that bin.
It looks like we are going to play Derby in the wrong direction now.
Sweet Feet makes it through the initial defense, tries to make it through the last 2. Yep. Becker putting in work. Lenzo trying to help Sweet Feet.
And we'll see if Sweet Feet's able to get lead. Looks like there was a no pass, no penalty. As long as he still picks up those hips, he will be able to get lead, though.
Lenzo picks up an oopsie. Looks like Becker does as well. We're really popular, Tiny Tank. They're coming over to talk to us.
Well, I mean, we are sitting next to this beautiful penalty box.
Dizzy Lizzy makes it out trying to help Sweet Feet. Little offensive defense. Dr. B making it through. Picking up Cuatro Puntos.
All right, looks like we don't have a lead for this. We've got 7 seconds left, though, so it's not like it's a long time.
Sweet Feet completes the star thought and thinks about giving it to Dizzy Izzy. Dizzy Izzy pushes around, forces a call off for the end of the jam. After 7 points are picked up by the Rangers. After initial 3 points by Mr. Testosterone, Rangers have picked up 27. We'll see what the ground control can put out there for jam number 7. It's CBD Hits of Mr. Testosterone.
Let's see how many jumps we see in this jam between Mr. Testosterone and CBD Hits.
For Lucky, it's going to be like the 90s and House of Pain.
And Mr. Testosterone for lead jam.
His second lead jam of the day. CBD hits, makes it through. Mr. Testosterone trying to get a scoring pass and does. Mr. Testosterone picking up 4 puntos, bringing that lead down to 20 points.
And we've got more visitors in the penalty box. Looks like there's 3. However, there's only 2 spots.
Sweet Feet he sees the defensive out there and he's like, I would like a chance at this. Only 2 defensive persons for the Rangers, so Rolomite's going to do their best to be defensive person number 3. Tries to recycle, but doesn't do it quite.
All right, so looks like Rolomite's going to try to munch on the baby.
This is my fun one. Make the initial pass, 2 initial passes.
We've got somebody reporting to the penalty box here. And 2 get released. So 3 back on the track for the Rangers.
That was an amazing penalty kill by Rolomite and the Rangers. Getting enough people out of the box so they can hold up Sweet Feet with the super recycling. That's when you take the recycling out so well, you take your neighbors out as well.
Fun fact, you can shove your own folks into people.
Lead jammer status given to Sweet Feet.
Huge hit to the end. Trying to clear it out for the jammer, I guess.
I guess that wasn't the Sweet Feet they were pointing at when they were pointing at Sweet Feet.
All right, we're looking at an official timeout. I don't see an official review up on the board, but there are some.
It's official timeout, so we're doing stuff and things.
I love being confused. How about you, Leroy?
Denver, the Rangers and Denver bench expressing pleasantries and appreciation for the form of each team skating. I can't quite hear it from here. Dr. B and Slim Skady, though, are ready to be jam number 9 jammers.
So if you're watching the video and you see that there are way too many people on the track right now, don't worry. Some of those people will leave after they have their little powwow.
It's because we're playing Canadian rules and you get 50% more. That's how their money works and the derby.
Now there's an official review. Okay, their discussion is not over.
We have officially moved from an official timeout to an official review. Officially. Which gives us a chance to talk about one of my favorite subjects. The referees are talking about it as well. And it's the War of 1812. As everyone knows, it gave us the Star-Spangled Banner. But the lesser-known fact, it did not start or end in 1812. And I think the South calls it the War of really, really northern aggression. I may have made the last one up. Look at that! Look at that hat. It has like writing or stuff underneath.
Amazing.
It's so good.
I can't get past the boot.
Oh. Yeah, I realized that official is not nearly as tall as I thought they were.
We should probably watch Derby.
We'll get there once this official review after the official timeout, and then probably another official timeout, then a team timeout is done. We'll get started around 0 dark 30, which I don't know what that term means.
Looks very official, though.
Rolomite has started meditating in the outer ring of the track, trying to figure out why they say it's parking in driveways and driving in parkways. A confusing thing for us all. The English language never stops vexing me.
I think he's just working on his inner OPR.
Do you think that is a stroll or a saunter?
It's, I mean, I would probably go with saunter.
Oh, I can see that. Spitty makes a good point. Spitty says stroll because there's not enough shoulder action. I don't know. I think it's kind of a tiny. I'm with Tiny on this one. It's a saunter.
If this was a JRDA bout, there would definitely be some cartwheels and backflips happening. I'm a little bit disappointed that that's not what's happening right now.
I know. It may be one person crying, but that's just because that makes me happy.
There's no dancing. I'm trying to force it into action. It's
well,
not
yeah, but
working.
you don't realize that most of the knees out there on the track right now don't work like you should.
Well, you know, you can only get so many hip replacements.
Right. 2 seems like the maximum. If you get a third hip replacement, stop. Just stop.
Okay, now we've got dancing, finally. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we had a little dancing from the film person. Stuff and things happening. All right, there's an official review, which resulted, it looks like, in a jammer penalty. But I'm just speculating wildly at this point. We'd like to thank The Yard, one of our long-standing favorite after-practice lunch spots. The Yard Food Park is the perfect place to go if you're feeling hungry. JoJo's Soul Food. Located on State Street, just off of Lancaster, they offer an array of food, JoJo's Soul Food, along with multiple taps and a full bar. It's the perfect place for large groups and also include both indoor and outdoor seating, perfect for both rainy and sunny weather. JoJo's Soul Food. Mr. T. Testosterone is out there for a power jam as Roll 'em Out gets sent to the penalty box.
So the official review ended. Rolomite did receive a penalty. Denver requested he get a forearm call from the beginning of the last jam, and they did have that penalty awarded. It was found to be that it did occur. So he is starting in the penalty box.
Thrasher doing great pivot work, opening up Mr. Testosterone. They got a false start, but they got right the second time. Now defensive being offensive, and Testosterone's going around again. Picks up 4 points.
Great offense on that outside, giving an open lane for all those points.
Mr. Testosterone picks up 4 more points, taking full advantage of this power jam. Coming around, closing that gap from 18 to 31.
All right, Mr. Testosterone picking up most of the points, but that last line of defense hit him to the out, so he's recycled all the way back. Rolomite's working to get through his initial.
Wyatt's doing Wyatt things, helping out Mr. Testosterone, getting him through.
Mr. Testosterone trying to get his team up to kill a little bit of the clock.
Killing as much time as they could to get that blocker out. Picking up 12 points, best jam so far for GC. They're at 19 to 31, down by 12.
All right, Slim Skady on the jam line against Dr. B. Rangers having a little bit of a pack advantage here.
Slim Skady having trouble with that first line. Why Dr. B makes it through the depleted defense. Lenzo put in work. Dr. B makes it around, picks up 4 points.
Slim is still struggling with that 4-wall.
Now we are at full power. All the lights are on as Dr. B faces the wall this time.
Slim made it all the way to that out of play, but unfortunately got drawn all the way back again. Jam is over, 7-0 Rangers. Looks like Big Sexy reporting to the penalty box.
Sometimes 2 is better than 1, but not when it comes to penalties. CBD hits, Bones out there as we got it slightly depleted. Looks like Thrasher, Wyatt et al. On defense for ground control as Creepy Taco and Bee Sting try to keep Bones contained.
Bones has that wall moving all over the track. Creepy Taco hitting to the inside, drawing him all the way back.
Creepy Taco proving the point that you can punch with a shoulder. CBD he gets hit out and recycled by Wyatt. Wyatt always conscious of the environment. Recycling their own. See, California brings out back Bones.
And Thrasher recycling CBD back. Kind of a do-si-do party out there right now. Both jammers struggling with those walls.
Oh, I hear a whistle and a point. That means we got lead jammer status for Bones. At the same time, we have power jam for Bones.
Bones picking up, looks like 7 points on that jam.
You get one of those no pass, no pivot scoring drives. All right, we got Sweet Feet, we got Rolomite. We got...
I don't think that Rolomite's going to start this jam.
Rolomite wanted to be the jammer, but CBD Hits said, no, I messed up.
Looks like Denver's going to start out with a jammer and pack advantage.
It looks like Dizzy Izzy not.
Looking a little
Olsen
tricky.
out there, Lenzo. Great work.
And Denver just cleared the whole track for Sweet Feet.
Sweet Feet makes it again, gets 4 points on their initial scoring pass. CBD Hits, though, makes it through immediately and is right on their tail.
Well, the call-off happened, but not before CBD jumped that apex for all the points.
CBD Hits, jumps around, picks up 4 points, makes that a even jam. We're back to almost full power.
Looks like Denver picked up 1 there at that call-off. So.
Oh, nice. Denver is throwing out Mr. Testosterone. The Rangers have Dr. B.
And Mr. Testosterone hopping around, a couple blockers on that outside.
And getting by with a little help from their friends on the outside there. Dr. B finds the inside line. Always patient and always watching.
Mr. Testosterone calling it off.
4 points and a late cut track and a rock fist. We're down to a 7-point bout there, Tank.
I wasn't even paying attention to that. When did that happen?
One of us have to be locked in.
We got us a game.
Rolomite ready to be going with Slim Skady. Looks like we're down a blocker on each side. So much room for activities.
Slim Skady versus Rolomite out there.
It's Lenzo, Dizzy.
Well,
Dizzy
the
being
initial
very
doesn't
track
matter,
aware.
but the points will. Oh. Probably shouldn't have called that one off because no points could have been made by the Rangers without that cap.
Denver's bench explaining to him how hats work. Bones, CBD hits, ready. We're down to a 3-point ball game as there is an official review by Blue. Blue, the short name for Blucifer, the Denver Airport's slightly demonic statue as you go in. Did you know Blucifer, the statue, killed the person who made it when they were carrying it to the Denver airport? Random facts by Trivia Leroy.
I'm sure if you Google that, AI will tell you it's true.
Yeah, it will. The artist was from New Mexico. It's wild. Speaking of wild, you're in Salem and Kaiser. There is nothing wild here. If you would like to experience the most Oregon part of Oregon, I'm sorry.
Well, I feel like if you want to experience the most Oregon part of Oregon, you're in it because it's been raining all weekend.
It has been. Do you know we got 1 3/4 inches of rain on Thursday? That's it. We might actually have snow on Sunday, or Monday, which I blame Denver for.
Well, I'm certain that they brought it with them. I know it wasn't California.
Yeah, it wasn't here. Yeah, we didn't have it.
We don't do snow in Oregon. Official review. Denver is looking for a cut call on the jammer. The blocker went out, so the jammer actually came back in legally. No cut, no penalty has been issued, and Denver will not retain their official review.
We're about 11 minutes and 45 seconds allegedly left in this period of a very low-scoring but close bout between two great Murda teams in America. Now there's another timeout. Timeout number 67 for the round period number 1.
Looks like Thrasher has just become the on-skates capitan for Denver. Unfortunately, Cotton has received an injury. If we saw in the first part of the bout there, so you have to have a captain that is on wheels and skating. So that's now been designated off to Thrasher.
Cotton, most notably known as the announcer in the movie Dodgeball.
Tough crowd.
All right, I know. We got an interesting start here by Jammers. They're doing jammy jam things.
I just thought they were going to start going in the wrong direction again. Looks like we are going to start doing our left turns again. Here
Kind of
we
a
go.
wise move, trying to delay a couple seconds to get Thrasher off the bench so that Bones can have a full set of defense out there. Just Mike doing just a shoulder as Bones tries to push the pack out, does so successfully, and becomes lead jammer.
All right, Bones coming into the pack with a huge apex jump, but then a hit. He picks up 2 before the call off. So now we are a 3-point bout.
This should be interesting. At first I was curious. Now you have my attention. Rollamite out there. Rollamite socks also have their numbers on them, which I love. Little lightning bolts. Rollamite Sweet Feet. And we have an official timeout. Officially. Doing some track tape work over there. Stuff and things. In the world's snuggliest hoodie.
Ruh-roh.
I have one of those, but it's tie-dye. Because, oh, that's Ruh-roh? Hi, Ruh-roh. Anyway, Rollamite, Sweet Feet, Jammers, jam number 16. Here we go. That defense by California across the line. Doing great to try to hold Sweet Feet in. Dizzy Izzy gets called for a penalty, but was on the other side holding in Rollamite. Rollamite takes advantage of that, gets lead jammer status, is flying around to pick up some points.
All right, so Sweet Feet still trying to get around the Ranger line. Huge hit on that outside. Sweet Feet did absorb it.
There was a lot of stuff and things happening over there while Rollamite comes around and scores 8 more points. Picking up 4 more, making it 12 this jam. Lazizi goes out there, tries to set up the defense.
Oh, Rollamite working his way through. Dizzy Izzy pushing him to the end.
Dizzy Izzy making it through, slowing up Rollamite, allowing the pack to come, forcing him to call it off. Great defensive work there by number 0 and 3. But
slowed down enough for the rest of the team to come back and recycle him back in.
Trying to stop the bleeding there as 16 points got put up by Rollamite. We are doing. CBD hits,
dancing.
That's not his first rodeo, watch out. Mr. Testosterone, CBD hits, done dancing, now ready to jam, using their shoulders.
Now they're still dancing.
Pantomiming. They were pretending they were those blow-up animals outside of a dealership. Car dealership, you Denver people.
Yep.
Mr. Testosterone getting lead jammer status. Trying to score some points back after the damage that Rollamite did last jam. Recycling the CBD hits. CBD trying to make it through.
Stelly trying to catch back up.
Testosterone calls it after picking up 4 points, clawing back, making the gap only 15. I went to public school. Math's not my strong suit.
I love that there's always that Mr. Testosterone paying attention to the penalty box, wasting as many seconds as possible to try to get that box cleared out.
He's very familiar with it. Slim Skady, Dr. B, jammers for jam number 18 as we have about 7 minutes and 40 seconds left. Dr. B using Just Mike's back as a snow plow. Just Mike is called with a foul, but is able to make it through.
Great footwork by Slim Skady to get through that outside. And now we race.
Going slow as a toddler after a Coca-Cola. They are pushing.
Looks like Denver loses another one to the penalty box.
Dr. B makes it through unscathed, but so does Slim Skady, picking up 4 points, doing his best to limit damage. Dr. B trying the outside line. Dizzy Izzy, fresh on the Save the Environment train, is recycling Dr. B, taking advantage of being on the inside of the track. We're going back in time, everybody.
Yep, we're doing a rewind. I think this
Dizzy
is
Izzy goes back
mulligan.
far enough, everybody's going to have their rights again.
Yeah, I think this is a do-over. They are passing the OPRs at this point. All right, so that was a whole half a jam in the opposite direction.
Sometimes you just want to show people you're good at skating backwards. I was impressed. I can't skate backwards or forwards or sideways. Bones, Rolomite. Out there is jam for jam number 19 as we get about 5 minutes left in period number 1. Taking a look at penalties, there's only 2 that are what we should be thinking about. Big Sexy and Creepy Taco both hanging out at 4. Nobody else except for Lenzo has more than 2.
Bones tries to stay in with the tippy toe on that outside.
Esmeralda the Ghost tried to knock down the umpire. Rolomite makes a jump, gets 4 points.
Ah, the dangers of staying in the corners.
Rolomite calls it, leaving 7 seconds in Bones penalty. Starting a power jam, a power start for jam number 20 as the Rangers have clawed up to a 23-point lead.
All right, looks like we're going to be starting up at the pivot line. CBD hits.
Denver did take the advanced level class on creative defense.
And we race.
Trying to kill time, get Bones out there. And really smart because they make it all the way around, allowing Bones to not have to go around the track to catch up.
Pile up on turn 1.
Stuff and things are happening. Successful stuff and things. CBD Hits goes to the bench, so we got a power jam with no lead jammer, which means we're going 2 minutes.
Going the full 2.
And it looks like there's a ton of room for activities out there as we set up the bunk beds. Ooh,
And
oofda.
now we're going to have a little swapperoo.
Adam Splitter seeing that cut track, allowing CBD Hits to come out.
More speedy racing.
Great defense being done back over there. I believe that's Lenzo. It is not.
Somebody's getting a forearm.
It is Baby Stelly. They call that one off. Looks like the medics come out to see to somebody. All right, we're just looking at the penalties over here. We got now Just Mike Creepy Taco at 4 and Linzo and Big Sexy at 4. We still got 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. That may creep up to be something we talk about later. Currently, we got 19 and 16 penalties combined, so like 35 combined, which is pretty big for just one period. We've only had one period, but we've had a full game of penalties.
We certainly have. It has been hard-hitting, heavy-hitting, lots of cuts even.
Lots of whistles. Those referees, they spent $3.99 on that super fancy whistle, and they are going to use it.
Those are way more expensive than $3.99, Leroy. If you get the right whistle, and trust me, if you do not get the right whistle, you will be told. But if you get the right whistle, you're paying for it. All right, we're back to sports ball.
Official review.
Nope, we are not back to sports ball. I lied. We're now going to go into an official review. Because why not? There's only 2.5 minutes left.
2.5 minutes, 3 hours. Who knows?
If you're not familiar with roller derby, you've got one official review each half. If you use it and you don't win, you lose it. If you win your official review, then you can retain it, and you've got another one to use. You've only got 2 max at that point for each half. Those other 3 dots above the flashy one on the scoreboard, those are timeouts. You got three of those.
I was just trying to look up jammer stats, and the jammer stats are jam stats not working.
I was going to say, you fancy.
I was trying to be fancy, but turns out not. Turns out I'm just a boy looking for a girl to love him.
I can give you some jammer stats. I can't break it down, but I can tell you that the Rangers jammers have scored 76 points.
Between all of them.
Ground control jammers have scored 57.
Right?
You're welcome.
And ground control has star passed 2 times, so some of those are pivots. Pivot points should count as more.
They become jammers, though, once they get the star on their head.
I know.
So they're still jammers.
But if you ask pivot people, they only jam if you force them to.
That's true. I do wear a pivot sometimes, and I am not a jammer anymore.
California there was asking for a multiplayer block on Denver ground control. We decided there's not enough information to enforce it, so no call was made. I swear at some point jam number 21 will start. Each of these teams are 2 or 3 games into the tournament so far. Well, it's not a tournament, the Slam. So they're not really minding 10 extra minutes to catch a breath. You know how hard it is for Denver down here at sea level to skate through all that air we have.
You know, while we are still in this official timeout, You can go and visit the Them Things Creations laser cut earrings and gifts made by Derby folks for Derby folks in the back area.
If you wanted helmet earrings, they have them. Those are earrings shaped like helmets, not helmets for your ears, which would also be kind of cool. Sweet Feet makes it through on the outside. Picking up a lead jammer status, but Rolomite will not be undone. And is following quickly.
Sweet Feet hits the pack and calls it off.
The Rangers pull off an apex jump and get 4 points. Dr. B, Mr. T. Mr. T, Dr. B. These two gentlemen ooze jammer ability.
Oh, this is a good matchup for jammers.
Ooh, a Twinkle Tones pirouette gets Mr. T on the outside. Dr. B.
Oh, Dr. B still fighting to get out, and he is.
Makes it pass to Diseases and Lenzo to get the initial pass done. Now everyone's doing the stuff and the things, as Mr. T calls it. 2 points versus 1.
It looks like 3 versus 1 on that one.
I never see the thumb.
I use the thumb.
No, I should see the thumb.
It's just hard to see at certain angles, I think.
Yeah.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Sometimes you just gotta. Nope, can't say that. Slim Skady, CBD hits out there for jam over 23.
Oh.
Once you get over about 20 jams in a period, you know it's been going quick and it's a tough fought battle. CBD hits. Gets swallowed back up by the defensive ground control. Thrasher, Big Sexy et al. Dark Side out there. Stopping up CBD hits. Wow. Slim Skady makes it through, picks up 4 points.
Looks like Slim making another round while CBD was getting hits.
CBD hits got called Biff being an X-Man. Big Sexy is defending offensively and gets called with a penalty.
All right, Denver drawing back the jammer re-entry on CBD hits. And he makes a clean.
Great offensive defense by the Rangers to give Bones some fits.
This is a fast game, a lot of racing.
With that 12-1, we now got a 10-point bout. Now we're doing what the officials are calling a very long timeout here between periods. It's going to be 15 minutes. Please save the restroom for skaters, officials, and announcers with worried looks on their face, as they only have 15 minutes to use their biological functions appropriately. However, you can always get food at Eddie's Cheesesteaks. You can get beer we're proud of and beer we're not proud of over there at Concussion's merch table.
And cider. There's cider as well. And also, check out the raffle basket at the Concussion concessions. There's skate gear valued at over $300, including a $100 gift card to Five Stride Skate Shop and a hat donated by Five Stride, an Apex City backpack, socks, laces, and more. Tickets are available at the Concussion merch table. Tickets are $5 each, $3 for $3 for $10, or your wingspan for $25. Or you can choose someone with a large wingspan and use them for your $25. Drawing will be held during halftime of the Concussion versus Team USA game on Sunday. Also, we have just been told, breaking news, the massage vendor will be here soon. So if you want to get a massage, you're going to want to get on that schedule. And if anybody has noticed, there is a VIP couch or two. If you want to sit in those VIP couches during the games, those are up for auction. So visit the Concussion merch booth to bid on the VIP couch seats. You can bid on them per game.
Somebody stop bidding in the name of J.D. Vance, please.
doesn't stay in the cup and everything. I can't afford to like be fucking with it. To go over before the cup over. That's why, so I couldn't get it past here, tucked in. They make those clips or something that I do. You better hand it back to me. No, because it wasn't me. That would be cool as shit though. Sorry. That would be cool. I got to about right there, and I heard everybody yelling. I was like, that's not me. That's me. Shit. I didn't see it. I came around and scooped it. Actually, somebody handed it. Actually, the jam was over when I got back on. Oh, okay.
We'd also like to thank our photographers doing the best to make you look photogenic. Some say they're miracle workers. I say they have to do more than that. Except for Adam Splitter. Adam Splitter's very photogenic all the time. We're done with the chants, so now it's time for the Derby. I just saw a skater pull a mouth guard out of an area that was definitely not sanitary. I just saw two skaters pull a mouth guard. Rolomite is swearing it's a pocket. It's a pocket. Right? All right. It'd be funny if you pull it out and it's not your mouth guard, it's someone else's. But we don't kink shame here in Derby. All right, we got period number 2 in this battle for the ages. We only got 8 points separating. There's a couple of things that are going to happen in the second round. In the second period, we got some penalties we're going to look at. I'd look at jammer stats, but jam stats is broken for jammers. So all points are given to T-Dog, because T-Dog would like some stats.
So T-Dog has got 82 points.
82 points by T-Dog.
All by himself.
All right.
Who are we giving Denver's points to? Arbitrarily, I feel like we're just going to go ahead and give Wyatt all
Wyatt
those
deserves the
74
points.
Yeah.
I hear B-Stang over here in the penalty box trying to negotiate the penalty downwards. B-Stang, the non-skate officials can't count. They just look at the numbers on the screen, okay? They can't. Okay, non-skate official did not enjoy that joke. Roll my Mr. Testosterone. Ready for jam number 1. But before we do that, in true fashion, we're going to have an official timeout before we even get started.
So during the halftime, I did see a massage table coming through the door. So if y'all want to get your massages,
I see you. See, waving at you.
Go get your sign up happening.
Right under the We Are Cherry City banner, there is a lovely lady ready to massage. If you think that strained tendon can be worked out through massage, go spend some money. If you think your hopes and dreams can be worked out through massage, go spend some money. All right, they're singing now. Dear Lord, please help me. And by Lord, I definitely mean the New Zealand singer. We could be royals.
I feel like there's a song about that.
Here we go, jam number 1 in period number 2. We got Rolomite to the outside, picked up by Thrasher with some great defense, but makes it through. Mr. Testosterone pushing to the second level and making it through as well. Esmeralda took out Atom Splitter, the umpire. Esmeralda is the ghost of the madhouse.
I think that the pivot line has a bit of a shadow as well as taking people out.
I should have called that jam, but after Atom Splitter bit the dust, I was watching them skate frantically back and forth. I'm sorry, ADHD, I am entertained by the simplest things. Speaking of entertainment, we got CBD Hits and Slim Skady out there for jam number 2. So it's a 10-point game. Slim Skady tries the inside line. That defense by the Rangers doing its best, pushing out Slim Skady. Slim's Lady getting recycled.
CBD Hits also getting recycled.
We're recycling so much, it feels like the 90s, and we still have hope.
No lead yet. We put those lines out there for a reason.
B-Stang realizing there's not a lot of padding on your back. The defensive frenetic start has now kind of come down to a grind as we are a minute almost in, and we just now do not have a lead jammer. Oh, we did. We did have a lead jammer.
Looks like just got recycled back, though, so no points for that jam.
Oh, now we got Dr. B, Bones, Just Mike, The Quiet Riot, B-Stang, and Death out there as defenders.
Didn't even see Dizzy Izzy there. He's just being completely taken over by the bulk of the rest of the blockers for Denver.
No pass, no pivot. Lead cut track is given to Bones.
Bones gonna take a little visit to us.
Dr. B making it through using his PhD and I don't know what to convince the blockers to give him room.
B-Stang up there with the Denver blockers trying to do some offense for Dr. B.
Here comes Bones trying to make it through again.
Thrasher doing a little recycle. We do a lot of recycling here in Oregon. We like to keep it green.
Bones making it through. Star Thought completed. It looks like Stang has the equipment on their head now. They do.
Got about 18 seconds left of this jam. Hey, Dr. B coming to visit us. All right, and that jam is over. Rangers with 15 for jam number 3. Denver picking up 4.
Sweet feet. Roll them out.
Three blockers for each team on the track.
Rolomite trying to get through. Cotton does. Looks Cotton has returned after the injury in the first half.
Rolomite has lead.
Sweet Feet making it through on the initial pass. As Rolomite finds Cotton, Lenzo, and Big Sexy. Holding them up so they stop. 4-point jam, number 8105 as the lead for the Rangers opens up a bit yet again. Mr. T, CBD Hits going out there with an almost full complement. Dr. B gets to be a blocker. Is that what the B stands for? No. All right. Mr. T, CBD Hits. Both trying the inside, both finding a wall. Blecker doing great work, but Gasol with the penalty. B staying the pivot.
Looks like CBD Hits.
Mr.
went
T
to
making
the
through, picking up a
box,
lead.
but didn't
Jammer
need to.
status. Dizzy Izzy recycling CBD Hits as Mr. T tries to score more points. Outside contact, inside drive gets him through for a scoring pass.
Mr. Testosterone now has a huge advantage.
Mr. Testosterone using the chance for scoring more points.
Got everybody trying to help out.
Mr. T makes it through, gets 4 more points. Clawing that back. Calls it off with 13-point. Sorry, 13-point lead. Tight ball game. Still haven't seen a ball, though. Weird. Anyway.
It's out there somewhere.
Slim Shady going to start in a power. Slim Skady going to start in a power jam situation. Power start. Slim Skady goes outside, inside. Gets a little help from the defensive. It's a no pass, no pivot. Tries to make it through again.
Got a no pass, no penalty. Manages to get lead, though. Looks like he probably passed that blocker up eventually.
Great work by Cotton to stop the recycling.
Slim Skady going for another pass. Going to try to pick up some points. before Waterboy can make it in for their points. Seeing at least one finger in the air, maybe 2 points for Slim. So 6 on the board for ground control.
7-point difference. Back to a tight game here as Rolomite Sweet Feet go out there with an almost both 2 blockers on the bench, so there's a lot of room for activities in jam number 7. Sweet Feet, Rolomite embrace the defense and try to push it through. Big Sexy, Dizzy Izzy, Thrasher doing a great on the wall. Lenzo coming out doing some defensive offense.
Lenzo just clearing
Freeze up,
the
Sweet
whole
Feet.
line out for Sweet Feet.
All right. Lenzo come off the penalty area for a solid 10 seconds, does work, gets Sweet Feet free, and able to score points. Sweet Feet calls it after picking up a couple. That'll put ground control into triple digits, and it's a 5-point bout. Looking at the penalties, we got Big Sexy and Lenzo both sitting on 6, while Just Mike's at 5. CBD hits the jammer with the most currently at 4. We'll keep track of this because it's the only stat that seems to be working at jam stats right now. And it's rather interesting this early into the second period. Bones, Dr. B starting jam number 8. Both go to the inside but find resistance stout.
Bones making it through on the outside. If you notice, he did not get his hips stuck into that wall at all. He was able to just slip right around.
Wyatt using solid 1997 skating form to get back to the penalty box. I thought it was rollerblades and on the beach there for a second.
Denver's going to start this next jam with a huge advantage.
Huge.
Huge.
Oh, it's a power jam. Power start.
And Mr. Testosterone. How do you say that?
Testosterone. It's actually a lesser known Italian pasta. Known for its fertility properties, though.
Got some forearm calls.
Big Sexy doing big sexy things. Trying to open up Mr. T to lead jammer. Mr. T gets lead jammer as Dr. B comes in with star thoughts right off the bat.
Big jump, but didn't make it over the line.
Dr. B makes it through. Mr. T makes it down.
Mr. B trying to work his way through.
Lead change. Lead change. All right, I've been waiting 100 points for that. It is 107, 105. We got ground control. We got California Roller Derby in a battle here. Almost like battling for the water rights to the Colorado. California has them. No one understands why. Let's figure out who wins this battle, though. It's just Derby.
Sweet Feet trying to get through on that inside line. Does not quite make it. Is being drawn back by Austin. And CBD, one hand out. That is impressive.
Lenzo putting out CBD hits, recycling them with Wyatt.
Unfooled.
Some
Is there
defensive.
lead yet? Is there lead yet, Leroy?
Is it what?
I don't think there's lead yet. Is there lead
There's no
yet?
lead.
We're a minute in almost on this jam.
CBD hits is getting recycled incessantly. while Sweet Feet is trying to make it through that wall. Finally breaks through.
I think something's missing, though. I feel like something's missing.
Oh, that is true.
Yep, I feel like it hath been figured out.
There we go. Now that the star's back on.
There we go. Now we can make some points.
Not a lot of apparel in Derby, but one is very important. Cut track by Cotton. CBD hits playing defense as B-Stang tries to make it through.
Got some nice spins.
Cut track called on Sweet Feet. Endo jam. Lead change. Lead change again.
Another one.
All right, we messed up the lead change. That was a Tiny Tank problem. Tiny Tank was the one that told me I needed to.
Well, I mean, only one of the sets of points went up, and then the other one
Yeah.
was late.
Anywho, it's never late. Officials are always right. Anyway, speaking of being always right, they're always on timeouts. They were
Also
disciplined a
that-
lot. They were disciplined a lot in grade school. They love a good timeout.
Well, you know, it's really not my fault. Nobody brought me coffee today.
No Tawzy.
No coffee, and I've been here since 7.
There's coffee back there in the officials' room.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
It's cold and sad.
It is.
Yeah.
I did have some of that, though, so there's that.
I brought coffee yesterday for Spitty. Turns out Spitty on caffeine is never again. Ruh-roh, doing some track work. Look at that.
Let's all scream for Ruh-roh.
Good cut
Keeping
technique.
that track tape down.
Great press. Great press.
Excellent.
Gets a
Thank
smattering
you.
of applause from the turn 2.
Shout out for Team Zebra.
Rolamite checking out his biggest safety gear, seeing if it still works.
Okay, the officials are looking very official again, taking their positions. Feel like that means that we might be starting some rollerball again.
Rollerball. Rolamite out there with a power start.
It's happening.
Little quick. Rolamite makes the inside jump, gets it clear, gets lead jammer status. As we start jam number 11, halfway through period number 2. Thrasher, Wyatt, and Dizzy Izzy are able to go pretty quick. Try to kill some time.
Rolamite trying to get some points while everyone races. At least they're racing in the right direction this time.
Sweet Feet trying to make it through the defense, does. Hits the last line of defense in Becker. Makes it.
You don't always have to be graceful. Everyone loves a jammer on Jammer War.
It's a jammy jam jam.
Oh, beautiful. Rolamite wins that little baby war. Sweet Feet is reabsorbed. by number 12.
Great work by Becker to reabsorb Sweet Feet.
And now the whole Ranger pack is around Rolomite drawn to the back by Dizzy Izzy.
Sweet Feet. Now pushing that tripod of pain forward. Called by Rolomite. We got a lead change.
Lead change.
There we go. And we are ready. Oh, that's all you can do. They can't come back from that.
Yeah.
We got Slim Skady, see what he hits out there for jam number 12 with about 13 minutes left in period number 1. Period number 1 plus 1, which is 2. Thank you for that. I know. I thought it was a junior match, and 120 points in the first period is nothing.
How fun would this be if we got an overtime jam out of it? I'm not trying to jinx it or anything.
An overtime
but,
jam? Not very fun as an announcer because I only know some of those rules.
I mean, that's the only time we're going to get sudden scoring in a murdabout.
Stuff and things are happening. It looks to be,
Something official is happening. It's
Trying to
happening.
Trying to figure out how Rolomite called the last jam off, but also is in the penalty box.
It happens. Sometimes a late call, you know.
All right.
Ruh-roh, you missed a spot.
All right, we got some defense going out there. Timeout looks like it's coming to a close.
All right, looks like Mr. Testosterone's getting another power jam. And bounces right back for lead.
Mr. T is lead jammer looking to pick up points, close that gap. Makes it through the wall.
This is one of the first times we've not seen a race.
We're now back at full strength as Rolomite and Waterboy make it onto the track.
All right, Rolomite making it through their initial. Mr. Testosterone trying to come up to get some more points. And we're racing again.
Mr. T calls it. We got our first red line of the evening.
This is a 1-point game.
Just one. Lenzo getting swapped out by Cotton. Lenzo is going to become the #1 cheerleader for ground control now. Slim Skady, CBD hits.
Slim Skady twinkle toes his way through the inside line for lead.
Slim Skady hasn't got a lot of lead jammers, but this is a very important one. In jam number 13 in period number 2 with about 10 minutes left, maybe 11. 2 points, successful call off. Lead change. This is a back and forth battle. We got Dr. B, we got Bones. Dr. B informed me that B stands for banana pancakes. Big fan of carbo loading. Here we go, jam number 14.
You got Dr. B fighting with some Bones.
Bones trying to find the way on the inside. Almost, but doesn't.
Almost again.
Dr. B gets recycled by Olsen. No pass, no penalty. We get lead jammer status put on the Bones. Jam called after 3 points. And a slight contact. Slight.
I feel like that was in the midst of happening.
There was. He was airborne. Slim Skady.
And we've got another cheerleader position happening.
We haven't had a chance to talk about how Death's braids are amazing.
I was thinking it
I was
probably
thinking
20
as well.
minutes ago.
They were solid. Kudos. Looks like we're having a timeout by a team. A team is timing out. Slim Skady skated over there past 8 Mile to talk to the corner judge or the corner coach.
And looks like Death has replaced Just Mike
Oh.
in the penalty box.
Just Mike now becoming a #1 cheerleader for California.
They just didn't think it was fair for Denver to have a cheerleader and
Right.
Rangers to not have a cheerleader. So now it's fair for both.
I'm your biggest cheerleader. Is that how that song goes?
I think it's BANANAS.
No, that's Dr. Banana's song.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. Rollamite coming out to go up against Slim Skady. Slim Skady gets kind of recycled. Ooh, Rollamite gets a big hit. Slim Skady uses that opening to get lead jammer status and make it around the outside.
Big Sexy with a big hit, but not quite enough.
Thrasher, Big Sexy try their hardest, but Rollamite makes it through on the initial pass. 4 points picked up by Slim Skady.
Slim Skady making sure no time is wasted on that clock for those blockers in the box.
Slim Skady flexes. If you didn't know he was doing it, you'd miss it.
I thought it was more of a dance.
We got more cheerleaders coming out for Denver ground control.
Big Sexy is going to get replaced with Thrasher.
Red line, Big Sexy. We got Thrasher replacing them.
Big Sexy's going to be a big cheerleader for Denver ground control.
I hope they come back with face paint. Sweet Feet, CBD hits. Lots of room for activities out there for both jammers. Both these jammers winning touchy-feely awards as they.
Thrasher's been a great designated blocker for this penalty box. Okay, we're back to Derby.
Sweet Feet, CBD hits, trying to find an opening with a depleted defense. Sweet Feet does on the inside. CBD hits almost on the outside. CBD hits, doesn't quite break free. Finally does.
A little bit of offense to get through. Sweet Feet is waiting for the right moment.
Penalty killing successful as Thrasher makes it out of the penalty box. They pick up 4 points, which makes us 132-20 as Denver ground control has opened up a slight lead here in period 2. Bones out there up against Dr. B. Some jammers for one team, lots of jammers for the other team. It's Dizzy Izzy Thrasher et al.
Dr. B waiting patiently. And Bones taking a little step out, a little break.
Also got to be interesting as you get penalties and foul outs. Those defensive lines change. We got new people working with each other. They're on the same team, so they've definitely worked with each other before, but those lines may change just a little. Big Sexy Linzo and Just Mike meaning so much to their teams on defense.
Bones getting drawn back by Austin. But he has lead, so he's got control of this jam right now. And he takes advantage of that control, picking up a few points before the call off. Gets all 4.
That 16-point break here in this relatively low-scoring game.
Still got 6.5 minutes left, so plenty of time.
I don't know if it's low-scoring, but I just saw a junior team put up 499, so everything feels low-scoring at this point. Are we even here? Is this real? Mr. Testosterone, Rolomite out there for jam number 18 with about 6 minutes left in period 2. Mr. T tries the inside. Rolomite then follows him, but also has no success. Little recycling done by B-Stang. Rolomite comes out on lead jammer status. Mr. T makes it quickly behind them. Now we're skating with the wind.
We are going to see how we can speed skate. Rolomite, a nice little hop there for 4 points.
Successful apex jump. Picks up 4, brings that lead down to 12 as we got 5.5 minutes left. Now the
12-point game now.
And we're kind of in it for the rest of it. There's no real other penalties to worry about right now. No other skaters with more than 4. And now it's going to be a slug out to see who has more stamina to end this game on the high note. CBD hits, tries the outside, so does Skady. Skady is picked up by CRD's defense and pushed back a bit, but finds a seam on the inside. Gets called with a cut track. CBD hits, has lead jammer and power jam status.
All right, Rangers trying to race to grab one. CBD hits, picks up 4. Nice little spin move on the outside.
CBD hits flying through, trying to pick up these points. Makes it around Dizzy Izzy. Dizzy Izzy recovers, gets defense again. Points picked up. Looks like we're close to a tie game.
Almost. This is, again, a 4-point game.
I noticed after Worlds this year, you see a lot more defensive recycling backwards to try to get back in front of the jammer. I feel like the French teams did that so well. They would never give up on defense, and you see that kind of trickling down throughout everything.
We've got a timeout, Denver. So if you are wondering, there is an after party. It's tomorrow night, and it's going to be at the Yard. The Yard is one of Concussion's longtime favorite after practice lunch spots. The Yard Food Park is the perfect place to go if you're feeling hungry. Located on State Street just off Lancaster, they offer an array of food options along with multiple taps and a full bar. They also have an espresso bar, by the way. It's the perfect place for large groups and also includes both indoor and outdoor seating, perfect for both rainy and sunny weather.
JoJo's Soul Food. Looks like Dizzy Izzy, who's on the right. Olsen. I see Olsen now. And it looks like Cotton. Maybe not. Yep, Cotton. CRD guys, Becker, Beastang, Death. Out there on defense as well with Waterboy. Rolomite and Mr. Testosterone trying to find openings. Mr. T gets stuck in that tripod of death while Rolomite goes around the outside. Gets picked up by Izzy and Wyatt. Track pack called.
Dizzy Izzy picks up an out-of-play blocking.
However, did give enough time for Mr. T to make it through. Sometimes a foul is wise, but prevents points, especially when the match is only 4-point differential with 3 minutes left, and you're going to jam number 21. All right, fans, let's hear it for these teams.
I feel like we can do a little better than that. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Cheer like we're not going through the apocalypse. Let's go, people. Sweet Feet, CBD Hits, serving there for jam number 21. CBD Hits runs into Cotton, but gets a little help from their friend on defense. Death, the only thing that can stop the defense of Denver is CBD Hits gets the lead jammer status.
CBD Hits gets
Cotton.
drawn back by Cotton.
Wyatt and Izzy ready to explode off the penalty box. The Sweet Feet makes it out.
Sweet Feet absorbs that hit to the out and makes it through. 4-4.
With a full defensive out there, especially the 8-8. That very good defensive lineup for Denver.
All right, we have a 1-point game.
But just 1 point.
Just 1 point.
That's a 1.5 in Canada.
It's the inflation.
That's not how exchange rates work, but okay.
All right, we got a minute and a half on the clock.
Oh.
Going into jam 22.
As you can see, this game is anyone's game. I, of course, am rooting for all the officials and volunteers. We would not have Derby without them. Please give me a round of applause for all the officials and the volunteers. Especially the tape track mistress, Russ-Row.
Row. And the medics can't do this without them.
We hope to do it without them, but we can't do it without them.
We're actually not allowed.
It's called my favorite word, liability. I like the lie part of it. Here we go, starting jam number 22.
Right.
A lot of the line is there's a 1 point difference. We got Mr. Testosterone, Rolomite. Looks like Wyatt, Olsen, Thrasher et al. Out there, and Izzy.
And Mr. Testosterone with lead jammer.
Rolomite with a very close second.
Breathing down his neck.
Here they go. 1 point on the line, calls it. Denver picks up one. Timeout
point.
called by the Rangers. It's a 2 point game with 1:05 left. That was a 24-second jam. Felt like a lot for 24 seconds.
There's a lot of action in 24 seconds.
That was my nickname in high school. Rolomite. Sweet Feet.
I don't remember high school. That's way too
Jam
long
number
ago.
23.
I'm ready to retire.
I've already retired. I would recommend it. Am retired, can recommend. Coming down at the end of the bout, it's going to be put your best out there, see what happens. That's Beastang, Death.
Becker.
At all for defense in California. Denver puts out Thrasher, Izzy, Wyatt and I believe it's Cotton. Can't quite see from here.
I think you forgot about the Creepy Taco.
It's Cotton. Oh, and Creepy Taco, yeah.
Can't forget Creepy Taco.
Bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out for him. Sweetness, Rolomite starting slowly, thinking about it. Seconds dwindle off with 2-point difference.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Here we go.
Sweet Feet trying to push.
Rolomite trying to work his way through that center.
Thrasher gets some help. Sweet Feet pops to the outside. Rolomite's trying to go to the inside.
Somebody got a high block.
Whistle's called. Rolomite on the outside. Breaks free. Gets lead jammer status. Gets called for something.
Rolomite gets a high block.
Sweet Feet has star thoughts, finds out they're not a lead jammer, chooses instead to put the star back on, see if they can get it themselves. And they do. No, they don't. There'll be no lead jammer. You know what that means? I have no idea because I don't know the rules, but I think this is going to be the last jam as we go
This
deep.
is the last jam. We got a full 2 minutes.
Not lead jammer because he took the cap off before he was established. This means this is going to be drama.
Everybody looks like Rangers are going to try to get those 2 points. Still needs to remake that initial. Which has happened. It's got 30 seconds to get at least those 2 points.
Four points picked up by the Rangers. We got 14 seconds left. Sweet Feet finds the inside, spins around, makes it through, picks up 4 points himself. 2 seconds left. Here it is. Oh, does Sweet Feet make it? They dive.
And
they make the 2 points needed.
Like Denver makes 2. This is going to be a 1-point game.
Why the score's unofficial, it's official to Wyatt. Man.
It does not get any closer than that. We are looking for the final score.
My heart rate's a little above 50. It's getting up there. We're waiting for that final score. It looks like it's going to pop. Give it up to both these teams.
Both teams.
They gave you an amazing bout, separated by 1 point. Two of the best teams here in
Denver ground control. Looks like we're waiting for the final, but unofficially 147 Denver, 146 California Rangers. That is the final score. Give it up for California, or Denver ground control, 147 to 146 Rangers. Great game, both teams.
Come out for your free high fives. We don't give refunds, but we give free high fives. Come out to the red line and show these teams that you really appreciate what they've done. Denver ground control making their circle. Next up is bout number 10. That's going to be the Killer Bees versus the Foxtails. They're going to come up. It looks like we are running a skosh behind, so it's probably going to be pushed a little bit, but that is going to happen. I got to go out there and find out who your MVBs, NVJs are
In that order.
Timby Thies. I can do whatever I want.
No, that order's better.